Greetings, family. Coming up for another round of a donational class. Gonna make this quick, more than 15-20 minutes. I'm gonna be in and out. Today I'm gonna talk about status. What status is. A lot of people get status and nationality confused. There are two different things. They're not the same. They are not the same. Of course, this video is for educational purposes only. If you need any legal advice, I advise you to seek yourself a competent attorney and do your own research and come up with your own conclusions. Let's get to it. What is status? The word status or condition of the word state or condition, which is status of a person, has various exceptions. And I let you guys know I'm getting a lot of my sources from John Bouvier, Institute of American Law. When we speak of a person, we consider only the part a man plays in society without taking into view the individual. State and person are then correlative terms. Proof of the birth of a child may be made by giving evidence of possession. John Bouvier, Institute of American Law. Now, it's important because I'm going to get into details on the 3 ways your status can be determined. All right? And birth is one of them. All right? And how that is recorded, that birth is recorded, is one of them. All right? His civil state may also be proved by the testimony of witnesses, as where the witnesses was present at the time, or by private writings such as entries in a Bible or by the correspondence of deceased members of his family. It may also be established by public registers authorized by law to be kept. John Bouvier, Institute of American Law. And now I'm going to go to domiciles because that's kind of important when you're talking about births. If your father was considered presumed dead on your birth certificate or civilly dead, was he not, right? And I can answer that for you. 90% of us, 99 might be, or 95 or however, and it's my educational guess, of course, father is considered civilly dead or not on the birth certificate. It's either one of those two, right? Civilly dead in the eyes of law, let's see what that means. What is civilly dead, right? Civilly dead, which is civil mortuus, civilly dead in the view of the law, the condition of one who has lost his civil rights and capacities and is encountered dead in law. Civil death, persons, the change of the state, which is your condition of a person who is declared civilly dead by judgment of a competent tribunal. Civil death, the losses of one state or condition. We said status is state or your condition, right? By which a man loses his political and civil rights. Such person cannot contract or marry. John Bouvier, Chapter 2, Section 222. Civil death is the state of a person who, though possessing natural life, has lost all his civil rights by judicial condemnation. So they're telling you here, you could be civilly dead, though you are possessing natural life. So for you to think that civil death is impossible, well, this shows a possibility right here. John Bouvier, American Institute of American Law, Section 222, Chapter 2. You can be considered civilly dead, though you are possessing natural life. That's important because civilly death is concerning a status, your state of condition. Why did I say that is important? Because we're all operating in CAPITIS DIMINUTIO maximum, which is the all uppercase, all caps name, which is on your debit card, your social security card. Some is on your birth certificate or certificate of live birth. It's on your bank's statements. It's on your utility bills. If it's not the full name, it's the first, middle initial, last, however it is. And it's considered a CAPITIS DIMINUTIO maxima, which has no rights or duties. Has no rights of citizenship or any family rights. And when they say family rights, we don't mean family court. Family rights meaning private rights. Your goal is to get to a proper English grammar spelling of your name, which is CAPITIS DIMINUTIO minima, which is the proper spelling, which leaves your rights unaltered. A person is divided into two, natural and artificial. Men and women and children are called persons. But in another sense, by person is meant the part, your role, which a man plays in society. So that birth certificate, social, debit card is your role being played in society. That's your person. That's your mask. That's your persona you are wearing to do commerce. Okay? All right. All right. Sorry about that. I had to handle something real quick. So the person is divided into two parts, natural and artificial. All right. So a person is a man considered according to the rank he holds in society, with all rights and duties which it opposes. So that all capital letter name is a man. It's a rank that you're holding in society. Your rank is your status, the state of condition your person is in society, which determines your rights and duties, which imposes upon you as a man being in the public. Now let's go back to the civil status. Your father might be civilly dead because if you got a marriage certificate, that's a license. You're asking for permission. This is supposed to be a ceremony between you and the Most High, not the state. The state is not supposed to be involved. So if you got to get permission, you're considered a child, because children only ask for permission. So if you're a child, you're incompetent in your word state. So by law, you're civilly dead because you cannot contract nor make decisions on your own without the state involvement. Is this why they punish you for mismanagement in your home when you go to court? They put you on child support, make her the custodial parent, make you the non-custodial parent. Custody is only part of the property. Custody is only maybe just the property itself or possession of the physical, but that's not having complete control or ownership. That's just holding something. So they're telling you in the terms of you don't even administer, you're not even administrator of your own children's estate. You're just in custody of the property. They're the administrators. So that's why they're able to tell you what to do when it comes to divorce court and make decrees and whatnot, because it's considered you've either abandoned your home, fellas, mainly, you abandoned your family, or government or mismanagement of your home, which is also punishable, which is also to be shown in John Bouvier's Institute of American Law. Evidence of a civil state by witness, by private writings, and by registers. So they're telling you here, this is how you can produce a civil state. What is your civil status? Well, these are the 3 ways you can be produced. However, down here, it says that registries, so right here, right, recognized by law, it must be produced as being the best evidence. So this is why I tell people, let's get some court record to supersede their registry so we can have the best evidence. You want to have the best evidence. So that judge order that I, of course, for educational purpose only, advise a lot of people to look into, this would defeat this very quickly. Very quickly. Right? So in a nutshell, a person, which is your caps, right? He talks about it here. The word person is, in its primitive and natural sense, signifies the mass which actors who played the dramatic piece in Rome and Greece covered their heads. The pieces were played in public places. So they're telling you. So here it goes. Whence the name persona was given to the instrument or mass which facilitated resoundingness of his voice. I said this was important because when I hear and do experience, at law only hears you. They cannot see you. So your mass, and of course, at law is public, commerce, society, right? It facilitated your voice when you put that persona on, which is that all caps. They can hear you, but they can't see you. They don't know who you are because you're wearing that persona, but you're acting on that persona, so they're going to treat that persona, which is given only certain privileges and rights, and has duties imposed upon it, all right? Because you're acting for it. The name persona was afterward applied to the part itself, which the actor had undertaken to play. Wow. Because the face of the mask was adapted to the age and to the character of him who was considered as speaking, and sometimes it was his own portrait. Well, they're talking about your driver's license here, because that name and that number adapted to your age, your character, and it also got your picture on it. Right? All right. That word person is employed in jurisprudence in opposition to the word homo, which is man. When we speak of a person, we only consider the state of the man, not the part he plays in society, abstractly without considering an individual. So they're telling you what a person is here. So when all these officials, these people act like you don't know what the hell you're talking about, John Bouvier does. And John Bouvier was a renowned and known individual when it came to these laws in writing treaties and such. All right, let's go back out. This is important because your name is property. Okay, your name is considered property. A man's name is his own property, and he has the same right to use and enjoyment as he has that of any other species of property. So you need to treat your name as property. Get your proper name, get in your right status, treat it as property, and benefit for that interest from the use of that name. But you can't do that when you're in this status of the Capitis Diminutio Maxima, which you're civilly dead, all of you. You have no rights, and you're subject to that thing itself. Okay? Your status is proven in 3 ways, as I showed you. That's evidence to consider registries, but that can be rebutted quickly. You know? But again, I only want to give you guys a brief. I didn't want to give you, you know, a whole course on this thing. I just want to give you a tidbit of each and a little bit of everything and how they're really moving and how things are being moved. Of course, for educational purposes only. This is what I've came to the conclusion. I'm going to sign off now. Feel free to cash at me at $CiAmaruAli, which is XiAmaruAli with the $, and then email me your questions or comments at do4selfrestoration@protonmail.com. I'm logging out now, you guys. Peace, blessings, prosperity, equality, protection, health, and wealth. I'll be dropping another video probably next week or so. You know, if you want to hear any topics, drop your topics. And I try to do my best to talk about or bring somebody on who possibly can. All right. Peace and blessings, y'all.